Hey, Cam Callender here, back with Right Choice Credit Repair and going live. I had a couple of clients of mine that have kind of fallen back on the issue of it being with different debt consolidation programs. And that's really what I want to tie into is those consolidation programs, because not all of them are a great fit depending on your credit goals and where you're looking to get to. And most of them will hurt you actually before they end up helping you. Because a lot of those debt settlement and consolidation programs, if it's not a true debt consolidation loan where you're paying it off and you set up a third party account, they're usually waiting for those accounts to fall behind so that they have leverage in negotiating with your creditors. But fun fact, you guys, you don't need to wait until you're super past due to negotiate with your creditors, and you don't have to use these other companies. You can call them directly yourself and work with those companies, to consolidate your decks, work on payment plans, get yourself back on track. Because a lot of those companies, they wait until the account's actually charged off and closed before they go back and negotiate the debts. So those can really hurt you having those accounts closed. Because if it was a long-standing account that you had, it can ruin your credit history and your credit length of history. If all that's removed off, and then those late payments on top of that are stacking up against you. So before you fall too far behind, make sure it's sitting right for the journey you're looking to have and the goals you have for your credit. Because if you go and you miss, 120 days on 3, 4, 5 accounts, now you've got those accounts stacked up against you when you go back to try and rebuild your credit. And you have those errors on there of, making that time and taking that time to fall back behind on your accounts just because you're advised of some program that says, oh, yeah, we're going to negotiate that down for you, but not knowing that they're hurting you before they help you. And a lot of the sales reps on those programs don't fully explain that out, that you're going to actually be falling behind. You're going to see your credit scores drop before you actually get into the program and they actually start doing anything for you. So if that's something that you're, looking to do and that's going to fit for you and you're willing to take that time to basically start back over, or if you don't qualify for like a bankruptcy and you're to that point, yes, it's possible that it can work for you. But for the most people, they are still looking to utilize their credit. They want to get into a house. They want to, get a car or something of that nature financed. So going through those programs will hurt you before you help you. And then you got to go back through the time of rebuilding your credit, which is just going to take time to rebuild that all back up after you have that detrimental impact to missing those payments. Because payment history and utilization make up 67% of your score, or I'm sorry, 65% of your score. So you've got 35% on the payment history and 30% on the utilization. So if you are falling behind on credit cards, you're impacting your score 2 to 3 different ways. Especially if you end up closing out that account, now you're impacting your credit history as well. So there's a lot of impact that can go into your credit by falling, I would say, victim to some of these programs when they don't fully explain the detriment that it has and make sure that it is the right program for you. That's why I work here with Credit Repair. Again, rightchoicecreditrepair.com is my company. We are BBB accredited. So when we tailor fit the credit, credit is the same for everybody. It works the same way, but everybody's situation is different. So we teach you how credit actually works, and then we tailor fit it to your situation and your particular credit. And we set a game plan for you based on what your credit goals actually are. So we've helped plenty of clients get into homes and restructure their credit and really advise them on where they want to go with their credit goals and understand fully how credit works and how it can work for them and how they should utilize it properly. So if you are looking to get more information on your credit and get a customized game plan and really start working on your credit this year, definitely register on my site at rightchoicecreditrepair.com. There are videos on the process of how it works and the pricing. So I'll definitely leave those videos for you to watch there on the website. Do your due diligence, but definitely do reach out or at least register. The one thing mainly if you do register, we do get everything set up. When we start to review your credit, we give you a full analysis before we go into the actual credit repair phase. And that doesn't start billing. We don't start billing any of our clients for 30 days. So that way we can give you a full idea of your program and what you're looking to actually accomplish. And then we start getting to work on it. So you have the option if you want to continue at that point, or really start to move forward on actual repair, or if you even need repair after the analysis, depending on your goals. You might just need a couple of pointers of how to actually maximize your credit and move forward to get to your next goal or milestone with your credit. So you might not be the case of you needing a full debt settlement program or hurting yourself. So I definitely want to let that out, because I've had a couple of clients that fell victim to it, and they're now having to go back and fight to rebuild their credit. And there isn't much that I can do when you basically stabbed yourself in the foot, by taking that misstep and going that direction, when you could have easily just reached out and we could have answered those credit questions for you. So we'll definitely let you know if it's in the best interest to go that route, or, based on your goals and the timeline that you have for yourself. That's really what's going to change up, which way you approach credit is really the timeline on what you're looking to accomplish in a certain given time. And that's where a lot of people fall short, is they go into these debt consolidation programs and now they're reset their credit. And now it's going to take them another 2 to 3 years to even rebuild it, when they could have switched that around in a 6 to 12 month period, depending on where they are and where they want to go. On average with my clients, it's been 100-point increase inside of 6 to 12 months, following the strategies that we teach you and how to maximize your credit and grow on your credit health and wealth, because then you can start to use your credit wisely and turn it into income streams as well with my other company, the multiple streams of income, if you've watched my other content and on my YouTube channel. So I wanted to point that out and get this video out. Having too many people that are getting hurt by those programs, not understanding fully or being told how the program actually works. So I wanted to make sure that you get that information of how it works. In most of those programs, not all of them, some are actual consolidation loans, which those are better for you, especially if you have a lot of credit card utilization. You can make it into one payment and you can combine all those, but it is a loan that is paying off those other accounts, and then you're paying one other provider that's now financing all of your debt. So that's different than a debt consolidation program where they're negotiating on your behalf off of closed accounts. So you can always ask, are you looking to close my accounts? And that's a telltale sign of an instant red flag. Do these accounts have to be closed for you to work on a consolidation? If they need to be closed and charged off, then you already know you're going to have to fall behind for those accounts to be closed and charged off, over time. And most of those times, most creditors won't consolidate or close off or charge off those accounts for anywhere from 90 to 120 days. It varies with different lenders. But if you contact one of these programs and say, hey, are you if they ask you to close your accounts or let them fall behind, then you already know it's going to hurt you before they can even start helping you. So definitely keep that in mind when you're looking at these different programs, or reach out, become a client, and we'll be able to walk you through and help you out with those questions on if that even is a right path for you, depending on your goals. So I did want to drop that information. I hope you do get value from this video. Feel free to comment any questions that you have, but definitely you will have to be a client, because there are laws around credit repair and really helping you out with a tailor-fit game plan. So I can do generalizations in the questions, but if you want something to answer questions based on your specific credit profile, just register to be a client, and then we can dive into that completely and tailor fit the game plan specific to you and your credit profile. But I can give you all the generalizations on how things work as well, and I'll definitely leave those in the comments. And if you've seen some of my other content on either my Facebook page or Instagram page for Right Choice Credit Repair, you'll see those different value and data points that I have presented out. And I'll continue to try and drop more videos on this because I definitely want to help a lot more people with their credit this year, especially as I've seen so many people fall victim to those programs that just wasn't a right fit for them. So make sure you make the right choice and go on top of here, as well. And hey, Daniel, thanks for popping in. Yeah, I'll definitely connect with you after this live stream. So good Freddie Daniel there commenting in. So I do want to hopefully help all of you on your credit journey and make sure that you are getting the best advice on your credit. Make the right choice and join Right Choice Credit Repair so that we can help you, fully understand how credit works. And so that way you can build up on your credit rather than, falling victim to these programs or not getting the right information, because I'll give you information directly based on your credit profile once you become a client. So again, I want to thank you all for watching. As always, feel free to leave comments and let me know what questions that you have and register for any of my programs or products. And that way I can help you even more. Thanks for watching.